Hey everybody, this is Mr. McKee again with CIS 115. Today I'm going to be going over Lab 3.2.2.4, which is using a PL app notebook. All right. Now, before I get started, I want to show you guys, okay, on this live document viewer, you can see that I've got my Raspberry Pi already booted up. This is a Pi 4, so I have a power light right there. My activity light comes on every so often. All right, I'm wired with Ethernet to my switch. All right. The last lab I set up the PL app already, so it's already going. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just shut that window down. I'm gonna bring up my PL app. All right. Type my password in. All right, and I don't want to save that to LastPass. All right, so I'm in my PL app. All right, I'm in the root folder. All right, got my course materials, my files. All right. All right, so let's go through this thing. All right, subjectives: access existing PL app notebooks. They should use spell check a little bit more. Learn how to interact with PL app notebooks using keyboard shortcuts and create your own PL app notebook. All right, let's see. Let me move my camera a little bit. All right, kind of like that. All right, so the PL app notebook concept is based on the Juniper open source project, or Jupyter. I don't know why I say Juniper. All right, project that provides an interactive web page where the content is divided into multiple smaller sections called cells. Each cell can contain either markdown type of code or executable code. The markdown cell type is used to write the standard text of a page. Besides formatted text, it can hold multimedia objects such as pictures, videos, animations, etc., and is used to introduce and explain learning objectives or is used as part of the documentation. Now, I haven't used this that much at all, but that seems more like kind of like HTML code. All right. So the code cells are used to write directly executable code in one of the supported programming languages, Python, Bash, things like that. The application code can be split into multiple cells, where each cell can be executed one at a time and multiple times. The code in these cells can be directly edited and modified, re-executed multiple times, and adapted to specific needs. This enables rapid prototyping concepts where the development of the final application can be divided into smaller sections, each dealing with only one specific problem, while all the cells are solving the overall problem. All right. So this lab provides a basic guideline to access existing labs, notebooks on the PL app platform in the course materials folder, and to create new notebooks in the My Files folder. All right. So we need the prototyping lab kit, prototyping lab launcher application, which was there, and it loaded this app right here. Wired Ethernet, which I'm using that. Raspberry Pi with a power adapter. Showed you guys that already. I'm using Google Chrome. All right, as my web browser. And just to show you guys too, you usually see this. You know, it's not a secure website. It says non-secure right there, but also if it should be port 80, but if you put in the :80 for the actual port, hit enter, so it still loads. I use some other stuff like VMware, where say if it was, I don't know, 81, it's going to time out. All right, so just remember that. It takes off that :80, but it's running on port 80, which is unsecure HTTP page. All right, and you can also go, how is it? Anyways, just thought I'd mention that. All right, so task 1, using existing PL app notebooks. Access the PL app device from the PL app launcher. I'm already there. Connect the Raspberry Pi with the PL app micro SD card to the same network as your computer and power on the Raspberry Pi. Now I'm going to say again, I'm going to set up 4 of these devices configured already for the most part, and I'm going to have you guys a VPN username and password to log in to the VPN, and then you can get on locally. And I'll give you guys the IP address also. I'll give you guys a static IP. All right. So start the PL app launcher. We've already done all this stuff. You'd have to connect that, hit connect. All right, log in. See, all this stuff we've already done. I'm just going to skip down through here. All right, in the PL app web interface, navigate to the course materials, which is right here. All right, tutorials and demos is the bottom folder, and then the blocky folder. All right, there's 3 files in there. These are all notebooks, by the way. The NB on the end, Jupyter Notebook. And select the real-time plot in the blocky IPYNB notebook to open it in a new web browser tab. So click that. Notice how this opens up. I'll try to make that a little bit bigger when I get to it. All right. After the real-time plot in blocky notebook has been opened in a new web browser, you can start to play with the visual programming example in blocky. Execute the example blocky cell. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move this off. Do full screen on that. All right, so here's the Python code right there. Hang on, let me get back. Leave that. All right. So there's the Python code. And if you need to move it over a little bit, that's the entire code right there. All right. Creating a random integer between 1 and 100, and sleep is ½ second. And then chart labels, label 1, label 2. You're importing a chart. And if you guys haven't seen this before, that's fine. But you're importing chestnut.graph as graph, import random, from time, import all. Okay. But now that's the code, but in blocky, you get these little blocks of code you can put in here and link everything together. And more of that stuff's over here, but like functions and stuff like that. But pretty much they just want you to kind of like just have an overview of how this stuff works. So I'm going to do like that. All right, I'm going to scroll down. All right, see there's nothing here right now. Down below the blocky code. All right, so if you hit execute, which is run, and some of these other things I don't really use. All right, so if I hit run, it actually runs the code. Creates a line graph. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did it 10 times, 2 separate graphs. Notice one graph is labeled, or one line's labeled all these labels, label 1, label 2. All right. So try to modify the blocky code, change some of the parameters, and execute the cell again. So if I go up here, I don't know if you can actually go in here. Oh yeah, it'll let you label that. So if we made that like line 1, let's see if I can. Oh. Why is it doing that? Line 1. I don't know why it's not letting me do that. Come here. So you should be able to type it in there, but I don't know what it's doing. line 1, line 2. Or if I change those and I hit run, all right, it makes the labels line 1, line 2. All right, and if I change the range to say 12, and maybe make sleep 1.0. You run it now. It only does one every second. And it's actually doing 12 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Just real simple. Just making a simple graph. All right. And that's in seconds. And you can do sleep right there, and that comes from this right here, from time, import, everything. All right, so let's see what else we got. All right, so we just leave that open. All right, create a new PL app notebook for task 2. In the PL app web interface, navigate to the My Files folder, and I'll just read you guys the instructions and keep up this full screen. All right, so I'm just going to close that down. Oh, whoops, I'm sorry. I don't want to do that. I want to go here. My Files. All right. And then select from the menu right here, new. And the instructions say Python 2, but we're going to create a Python 3 file. All right, our notebook. After the new notebook has been opened in a new browser tab, you can start to work with the interactive notebook page. Change the first cell from the default code name to Markdown. All right, so it has code right there, Markdown. Notice how that changes. All right, so it wants us to add some explanatory text to the Markdown cell. All right, so it wants me to put in there pound my first notebook. Kind of like a smiley face. 2 hashtags. This will be fun. All right, go down and then do regular text. Wow, my first notebook. How excited am I? Or how excited I am. All right. To visualize the output, execute the Markdown cell by using the keyboard shortcut Shift-Enter. So Shift-Enter. All right, so that actually shows you the output. All right. All right, so now we're going to create a new code cell. In the new code cell, Markdown, that cell. What's weird though? Let's see. The icon looks a little different. Make this a little bit bigger. All right, new code cell, add sample Python code, and execute the cell either with some of these keyboard shortcuts or by using the play button on the left part of the cell. And that's the play button. All right. So import time for I in range 3 colon print hello from PL app with I equal to like that, format I. And let me just verify that that's right. All right, time to sleep is 1 second. Time dot sleep is 1. All right, hello from, I just want to verify my code's right. I equals dot format. What's weird though, it's not changing that format right there. Print hello from. Format I. All right. Now we wanted to press play. Okay, that should be right. Okay, there are many existing tutorials and some notebooks located in the course materials, tutorials, and demos Python folder. You can open these notebooks to learn and practice your Python skills. Open existing tutorials and sample notebooks by navigating from PL Apps homepage to course materials, tutorials and demos in Python. Okay, you can learn to make graphs like the one shown in the figure below. All right, so it wants me to do a new all right, I'm going to insert cell below. It didn't really tell me to do that, but I just know how to do that. All right, and stop. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to show you guys again what I'm doing here. All right, this. I'm just experimenting with this Python code. All right, so this is the first cell I did with Python, and then import chestnut.graph as graph from random import a random int. All right, spline equals graph dot spline and brace or bracket. Is it bracket or brace? Bracket. All right, value of A, value of B, brace on the end. Scroll this up a little bit for I and range 1 to 20. There's a space right there. All right, colon A equals random integer 0 to 10. B equals random integer 0 comma 10. All right, spline dot update AB time.sleep is 1. All right, so that's it. Just check my code, import adjustment graph as graph from input, import random integer, spline equals graph.spline, and then it should look like this. And notice value of A right there is a label, value of B is right there. Let's play it. And all right. Let's see what I did here. I put rand int and then rand integer. Right now, if I play this, and it's just doing a for loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I missed one, 20. All right, from 1 to 20. Now if I did from 1 to 10, it would do it 10 times. All right, so that's just getting you to see what the program does. All right, so let me zoom back out of this thing, and notice this has a play button. Play button. All right. All right, so to rename your notebook from the default, let me fix this a little bit. All right, that looks better. To rename your notebook from the default untitled, click the notebook's name. All right, untitled, right there. Specify a new name. I guess my first notebook. I would actually do my underscore first notebook. All right, rename that. All right, close the web browser tabs, remove the power from the Raspberry Pi, and remove the micro SD card. Just simulate doing that. Insert the micro SD card into your micro SD card reader or USB reader and insert it into your computer. Open the File Explorer and enter the micro USB card. Open the Notebooks My Files folder and find and back up the myfirstnotebook.ipymb file to your computer. All right. So basically, I've done all this stuff for you guys in here for this time. All you need to do is answer these notes right here. Use this space to note the key elements of what you've learned in performing this exercise. The notes can include problems encountered, solutions applied, useful commands employed, alternate solutions, methods, processes, procedure, and communications improvements. All right. So I'll put this in a Word document format in Moodle under the submission link. All right, and that's it. I know it's a lot to it when you first look at it, like it's overwhelming, especially the first lab I did on the PL app, but it's really not too bad. Take it step by step. I know you guys have just finished the Learning How to Learn Coursera course also, so if you need to do the Pomodoro technique and break it down in 25-minute study sessions, that might be a little bit better too. All right, but that's it. Thanks for watching.